That very familiar tune with that walking bass line tells us that this weekend is All Saints Sunday. And we've talked before about how there's that sort of triduum, those 3 holy days of Halloween, All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day being on November 1st, and then All Souls Day on November 2nd, which is the day of to remember all faithful departed. And that all 3 of those together combine one big celebration. But like most Episcopal churches here at the Cathedral, we move All Saints to All Saints Sunday, the Sunday following November 1st. And in our fashion, as we do, we will celebrate the lives of all the saints, living and those that have gone before us, as we come together for a truly joyous service. We'll have brass and festive hymns, and of course we'll start off with For All the Saints, and have a lot of great liturgy, of course, which the focus then is our annual video, where we see those who have passed away that we've lost in the past year, but then also the saints that we have baptized and the saints who have been married out of our congregation. And then of course, all of the different aspects of our congregational life together. So All Saints Sunday is definitely a wonderful and celebratory time for us to think about those who we have held as standard bearers, people who are examples in faith to us, and then to also think about how we here at St. John's are being an example to others in our community and hopefully even on into the future. As is also our tradition, we will have evensong on All Saints afternoon, and we certainly hope that you will come back and be with us for this very special evensong for the day, for the feast day. And of particular note, the anthem at evensong is something that is new to our choir. It's a piece that's been around for about 100 years. By the British composer William H. Harris. And it is one of the most sublime and ethereal anthems in the repertoire. And it's a piece that's very, very challenging because it has this unbroken, placid sort of veneer over it. It's a very peaceful thing. It's setting the words of Edmund Spenser, "Fair is the heaven where happy souls have place." And picturing this beautiful image of heaven. And it's written for a very large choir. In fact, the 2 sides of the choir, as you know, the choir sit facing each other, and we have sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses on each side. Harris treats them as 2 totally different groups that talk back and forth antiphonally, or kind of having a conversation. So it begins with this beautiful, unbroken, placid, serene nature. And you can maybe get a little bit of a sense with those phrases that overlap and sort of answer or echo each other. You can hear the choir going back and forth. It's a fairly long anthem. It builds up a lot of energy, and it has a very expressive middle section, and then at the end returns to that very serene feel as it concludes in a state of utter bliss and peace. So we hope that you will join us for our entire celebration of All Saints Sunday. We'll of course have our 8 o'clock service, which will be in the church this week, especially because we will have the All Saints video, 10:30 with choir and brass, and then evensong with a prelude played by Jim Garvey from Church of the Ascension, beginning at 4:45, with evensong following immediately after. We hope that you will join us as we celebrate the lives of all the saints.